Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of SkyFactory 3 with Skatem.
Yo, how's it going?
So I've been doing a lot of AFK. Like I was doing other things and left my game up for a couple of hours, and nothing is really spawning down below. We got 4 rotten flesh and a bone, and the server, since it's the weekend, has been much more active. So there's a mob. We have, and there's one over here too. So I made a bunch of dark space. And basically to get a bunch of mobs to spawn. And literally, we've been on for a couple of day and night cycles doing some other things, and nothing has spawned until, of course, I press the record button, right?
Yeah, it's really been nothing. We found one skeleton, and that was
Here,
it. It
come
was.
over here. There's a bunch of stuff. Um,
Oh, well,
so
now we're
basically,
getting a lot.
what we were realizing is oh god, I'm gonna die. What we basically realized is there's a lot of people on the server that have spawners, just like we had the issue in OP Skyblock. It makes it very difficult to get mobs to spawn at a good rate because people have these really OP farms running. So we're going to have to do some expansion to the farm down there by just making some more rooms, which we should just find. And we actually don't even need gunpowder. I'm just doing this for loot bags.
Mm-hmm.
We have like 10 stacks of it over there in our drawers. But I asked around for ender pearls, and someone gave us 11 ender pearls for free because they have an enderman spawner. So in the future, we're going to be able to using those soon in upcoming episodes. But we wanted, before we got distracted killing things with googly
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. So those ender pearls, we thought, hey, we would have had like at least that much if we had AFK'd and the farm was actually working. If we're on single player, the farm is working, of course, but the mob just aren't spawning.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we didn't want to really exploit the server, but
yeah,
you know.
we wanted to play it like normally, so we didn't just want to use a server and have everyone give us everything. But like Skatem just said, I AFK'd a lot of hours. We would have had that been in single player, so and not a slow server. All right, so Skatem, you want to talk about the research you did and how we're going to double and quadruple, or not quadruple, but only double our materials? If you want to chat about what research you just did.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's some fancy way to quadruple, but I looked up. So if we crush the ore chunks, as you can see, we have a ton now from Mike's AFKing. If we crush the ore chunks, we get like 2 of the dust. And if we put the dust in the tinker smeltery, we get 2 ore back. Now, if we just thrown the ore chunk into the tinker smeltery, we would also get 2 ore back. So if we crush it, put it back in, either way, we're gonna get 2.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we could just use the ore smeltery. But the easier thing to actually do is, well, why don't we just crush it and then put it through a regular smelter, and we don't have to worry about this big box and all the way to take it out, then pull it out, and all the fancy confusing thing with this, like we can't mix certain ores. It'll just be easier if we put it through a normal way to smelt the item. So crush it, put it through a normal way, it's going to double it anyways. Since we have the power to do that, quite literally the power to do that, we're like, okay, we'll make a regular smelter. So a regular smelter is pretty easy to make.
So for those of you that can listen to words come out of someone's mouth at about 1,000,000 miles per hour, Tinkers does not allow you to quadruple, but it allows it lets you double but not quadruple. It basically caps off and doesn't allow to like work with the other mods. So we need to make a crusher and then a normal furnace, and then as Skatem said, we're generating the power just to run all of these things itself. So that way we don't have to worry about extracting liquids out of Tinkers, and it gets pretty confusing. So Skatem has the recipes ready for the crusher and our furnace.
Furnace is really simple. That's just a regular machine block, like so. So you want to grab those 3 furnaces, and then I will grab the crusher just over here. Very similar, machine block, and then just some iron and pistons.
Nice. All right, and I got some drawers ready for this. So essentially what we're going to do is completely tear this down, make it like behind some walls in a building and kind of hide this up. And essentially what we're going to do is have the 3 generators together, getting out a whole bunch of lava. And then we'll have our sifting contraption set up. Oh, that's something I forgot to show. I made us another generator, one to just solely power this other equipment, and then I have this generator now at max capacity because I made another hammer and another sifter. And what it's doing is this sifter here has an iron stiffened mesh, which is getting us diamonds. So you can see we've actually got a few more diamonds, 2 more diamonds since I set this up. So since this one over here is doing the same thing but with flint to allow us to get the other the other ores, we needed to set one up that gets us diamonds. So we have 2 generators that are maxed out, and then this one we'll have to see with 3 furnaces and the crusher and the auto crafter. Chances are it's probably maxed out. We'll have to look, so we might have to make some more, but we have the materials to make some more. What do we need to upgrade those, by the way?
We need 8 of them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you put 8 of them
and we
around
also need
something.
emeralds.
Yeah.
And in order to get an emerald, we have to sift gravel through diamond stiffened mesh, which means we need lots more diamonds. So that's not happening anytime soon.
Okay.
But
Oh, but we can make the vibrant alloy. That's just.
we can. We just need.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, the vibrant alloy requires an emerald.
Ender pearl.
Oh, yeah. But eventually, what is that? That's what surrounds the emerald.
Yeah, it's the vibrant alloy we can make, but that surrounds one emerald.
Well, we still need the emerald.
You only need 1 emerald. Yeah, but.
Yeah, but we have to make a diamond stiffened mesh, which is what, 4 diamonds,
and
a whole other
which we'll
contraption
have.
setup.
Anyways, that's for later. For now, you're gonna see a quick cut to some magic, and this is all gonna look beautiful. Okie doke. So a bit of an update here. Here's our in-progress setup. Mike put down all of the ores we're going to have. You can see one thing's missing. That's going to be the potential future emeralds that we're excited for. So we get emeralds if you look at the sieve for gravel. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Okay, so if you look at the sieve for gravel, what it makes. If we go to the gravel, so you see here that it's going to take. So the string mesh gets us all our basic ores. If we upgrade to the flint mesh, which we have in, we get the basic ores still, but we get some bonus stuff. If we upgrade to flint, we lose the basic ores, but we can get diamonds. So right now we had 1 running earlier, 1 running flint, and 1 running iron. But if we look at the iron one, it gets the same stuff as the flint one, but it also gets us a diamond. So we might as well upgrade that iron one to a diamond one, which will get us the diamonds, but also get us potential chance of emeralds. So over here, basically, we're going to change the iron stiffened mesh to diamond stiffened mesh. So we have emeralds and diamonds from it. So that's what's over here.
Yeah,
and we'll put that in.
Their chance of getting diamonds goes up as well. So that'll have a 3% chance now instead of a 1% chance. And emeralds will be 1%. And then in addition, I realized while digging around that you can actually craft books without leather using some blank patterns from Tinker's Construct. And the reason I'm trying to make these is 1, for an enchantment table, and 2, I'm trying to get one of the keys that displays the number of how many you have in here. In order to make that number, we need a book and quill, but then I realized I don't have feathers, and then we don't have an ink sac or something to make black dye at the moment. So we're back to square one. I got excited that was going to happen, but no, after this, the next thing we're going to do is make a field of grass to try and get animals to spawn.
And the other thing is a bit of a mistake.
I was dumb again.
We built the crusher, we put it in, and it wasn't actually crushing the ore, and that is because we built the wrong type of crusher. So if you look at crusher, we used the Ashley Additions one, nice and easy to make, but the other crusher, quite difficult to make.
It crashed.
RIP.
Well, now it's going to take 15. See, this happens every time. It does a restart, and then after like 10 minutes, the server crashes.
Mike,
and then...
I'm still on. Good.
Oh, then maybe it just booted me.
You crashed.
I guess I just crashed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay,
well,
we're
you're
good.
Back.
But anyway,
right, 3. Oh, you're still recording. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so we messed up. Yeah. So that didn't work. But what we can use is the sag mill. Sag mill works perfectly fine. So here's the recipe to craft it. Pretty simple. I will take that, flop that guy down, and we're all good.
There you go. So now if I put the gold in there, it should be doubling it. So again, we just messed up. For some reason, the crusher only crushes full ore blocks. The sag mill will grind up the chunks. So you could make so then each of these should get pulled in and smelted. It's going to go so quick. But each of those should get pulled in and smelted into 1 ingot by our furnaces. But yeah, just another case of not making the right thing because there's multiple things that do the same thing. The actually additions crusher is much more complicated to make, and it also does the same thing. So we just went with the sag mill. So.
Yep.
Yeah, you can add stuff to increase the efficiency. I think if you put flint in there or something. We could do that and see what that does. Don't we have a bunch of it?
Yeah. Oh, well, we have like most of a stack. It's in the ore chest.
Oh,
Um, but yeah,
thank you.
that's our update for you guys, and
Yeah.
we're gonna get on with finishing this up and get back to you.
Yep.
Okie doke, we've got it all set up. Big reveal. Whew.
Pretty
Lots of
compact.
wires. Yeah,
Pretty
we
compact.
compacted it pretty well.
There would be
Okay, so
less wires if we had the Ender IO stuff, but I wouldn't let him use Ender Pearls to make them yet.
yeah,
So
I tried, guys. I tried, but Mike has a very good point that we probably we have better uses
yeah, the
for the
transfer
Ender
pipes
IO
are keeping
stuff.
up. So
Yep. So everything's keeping up. We ran through the system multiple times, but you can see, start off with the lava, the power, and we have the power going to like everything. That's a lot of the wires. And then over here is all the crushers and stuff. And these need 3 wires going into like each of them because they need cobblestone, they need an output, and they also need energy. So this is like a huge mass of stuff. And then everything gets pumped into the storage crate as before. We have the white list of our ore that goes into the crusher, and then we have the blacklist, so everything but the ore then gets pumped straight into the storage system. And then we go from crafting the ore pieces to smelting it, or to crushing it, and then to finally smelt it up, and then we're good to go.
yeah.
So yeah,
So
there's that.
the proof of this working will be when an emerald pops up down here. When an emerald pops up, then I know everything's completely right. Of course, there are some things that you can sift for by sifting, sand and dust and gravel through different meshes that you can sift and not get. But these are like the important items. I
Yeah,
know sand we're probably gonna have to do soon for a few other things. But as far as getting the ingots and then the rare gems, and then this stuff is just a byproduct. Like, we're not actually sifting for these 4 things. They're just a byproduct of sifting for these things. Really, all we care about is like this right half of the panel. So when an emerald shows up, we'll know it's right. Over here, we're just
Ooh,
manually smelting through everything because it just didn't get caught up in time. So all of this is going to be cooked manually in our little tinkers. But yeah, this is running automatically. So Skatem did a good job laying this out. And
yeah.
while I go on a run, I'm going to leave myself AFK and see if we get ourselves any emeralds. So
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hope you
yeah,
enjoyed, and we will see you in the next episode.
see ya.